Hello everyone, Laura here, and it is day 16 of Vlogtober. We are over that halfway mark. And as you can see, I am wearing my ears, so once again, we're going to be chatting about Run Disney. Today, I'm going to be sharing some tips for the Superheroes Half Marathon weekend, and tomorrow, Heather Jorgensen is going to go through the official digital event guide from cover to cover, so you don't want to miss that. Now, if this is going to be your very first Run Disney event, then you want to head on over to the recent Wine and Dine Tips video I did. There I share just a ton of general suggestions from pre-race to post-race, packing, and everywhere in between. In this video, it's going to be more specific for those doing their very first Disneyland or superheroes for the first time. Now for myself, I have yet to do Avengers, so my first-hand knowledge is quite limited, but I've done a few Disneyland races. Quick disclaimer, Run Disney often does change their policies or procedures, so if I make a mistake or if things change, I will be noting it in the description box below. Also, we will be having a Joyful Miles meetup along with Heather Jorgensen and Kimberly Estabrook on Thursday, November 9th at 5 o'clock at Trader Joe's, which is right beside the Disneyland Hotel, so it's a very quick walk from the Expo. We would love to see you there. Now enough of the blah blah blahs, let's get to the tips. Now a major difference between Disneyland and Disney World races is the Expo. If you've been to Disney World, you know that they can get crazy and chaotic, plus it's very spread out. Disneyland's is like a breath of fresh air. It's held at the Disneyland Hotel. Very convenient to get to whether you're staying on property or off property, and it's definitely not as big. It's also very easy to get around. Now, when you first get there, if you would like to take care of your bib packet pickup and that type of stuff, then you want to find your way down this ramp to the lower level. There will be many cast members around that can help direct you. Now, in this lower level, you will get your bib packet, any commemorative items that you might have purchased, as well as your coast-to-coast wristband or your castle-to-chateau wristband. They might also have another really cute backdrop that will make for a great picture. After that, you will be directed upstairs to the upper level where you will first come across the race shirt pickup. There you will get your 5K, 10K, half marathon, or Gauntlet Challenge shirt. They also have the shirt exchange right there in case you would like a different size. Now after that, they're going to have a ton of vendors and different booths, a lot of which are going to have some really fun activities for Disneyland, half marathon. The American Idol people were there. Also, you can stop by and have a little chat with Jeff Galloway. On the far end of the building is where the Run Disney merchandise is. And once you're led through to where you pay, you're going to come to a lobby where, fingers crossed, there will be another great backdrop for a photo opportunity. Now, since this race weekend does have a superheroes theme, let's chat about costumes for a second. Now, if you go through the costume rules in the official digital guide, you'll see that they do not allow masks above the age of 14. Now, I will say that I have seen people wear masks, particularly for the Incredibles 5K, where people did have the eye mask. In light of current events, they may be a little stricter with this rule. Now, if you do run into an issue at security, just remember that these rules are in place for our own protection. So if you've seen any of my Run Disney Tips videos already, you know that the one thing I constantly preach is to get there early. Now, it's true, for Disneyland races, you do not have to leave as early as Disney World because you don't have this big transportation or a long walk. However, I still recommend that you get there early because you just never know if they're going to have a backup at security again like they did for the Tinkerbell Half Marathon. Plus, while they do not have characters out pre-race or post-race for photos, they have a really cute pre-show that you just gotta see. You especially want to get there early if you are going to be wearing a superhero themed costume that you put a lot of time into. They did pull people out front and had the camera on them. It was just a nice little special touch. Now after that, they will excuse you to go to the corrals. And for those of you who would like to get near the front, I will say that Jackie and I, for all three races, did get very close up to the front, maybe like the second row. A quick note for the Disneyland Half Marathon, they did have a food truck out before the half marathon and afterwards, so you were able to buy some water or a snack. And I think it was there for the 10K, although I can't be certain. Jackie and I cannot remember. They did not sell alcohol, but my best tip for that, if you would like a celebration beer, is to take a quick walk over to Earl's Sandwich. There you can buy beer, wine, and other drinks. Plus, if you sit by the windows, you'll get a nice little view of runners coming in through the fish line. And about there being no post-race character photo opportunities, it's also a quick walk over to the parks if you want to get characters over there in California Adventure with Captain America or Hawkeye or Groot or any of those other awesome characters. That is what we're going to be doing. Now, one thing that will be different this year is there's going to be less entertainment outside of the parks on the streets of Anaheim. Now, because Run Disney can no longer give park tickets to organizations or groups who come out to cheer, there will be less of them there. I know for the Disneyland Half Marathon, in the past they would have a ton of people come out with their vintage or their muscle cars. This year though, there wasn't even a fifth. But still, those who were there were absolutely lovely. And they also had some other dance troupes like the Mexican dancers. And oh my goodness, look at this little girl. Is she the most precious thing or what? And I do predict that there will still be a lot of cosplayers out there just to have fun and wear their costumes. And if so, stop and get some pictures with them and say thank you. So let's chat about pictures for a second. If you would like to get some really fun non-character photo pictures throughout both Disneyland and California Adventure, then definitely check out the video I put up yesterday that has a whole bunch of them. I'm talking 20 for the 5K and about 26 for the 10K and half. Also, be on the lookout at the end of the month. I'm going to be sharing a tips video for getting great character and race photos. So you definitely want to hit that subscribe button so you will get the notification. And mile markers. Another huge difference that we've seen between Disneyland and Disney World races is that the lines for the Disneyland mile markers are so much longer. We still stop though because it's tradition. We have to get on. Just take that into consideration if you plan on stopping as well. And finally, another difference is the Photo Pass system. At Disneyland, they offer the Max Pass, which Jackie and I both tried and used during the Disneyland Half Marathon, and we absolutely loved it. You do have to have a park ticket that is activated, which means you've already entered either Disneyland or California Adventure. There you can purchase the Max Pass. It costs $10 a day, and with this, you will be able to enter in the code that you will find on the back of your bib to get that day's race photos. You can also make fast passes for that day for either parks, and you don't have to be in that park to make them. For example, if you're in Disneyland, you can make them for California Adventure if you're going to park hop later. Now, a reminder that you have to enter in your race bib number and the code that day. So, for example, if you do the Thor 10K on Saturday and then you go to the parks, you have to have that code entered before midnight. You can't go back on Sunday and put this code in without having to pay for your pictures then. You can link with other people very easily. That way you can have one person designated to make all the fast passes. I really love it. I think it's totally worth the $10 for the race photos, so think about checking it out. So that's going to do it for this video. Be sure to be on the lookout for Heather's video tomorrow where she's going to go through the digital event guide. Until then, if you have any more tips to add, please share them in the comments below. We also have the Joyful Miles podcast where we chat about running and, of course, Run Disney. Thank you so much for watching. Give this a thumbs up or share with others if you found it to be helpful. Subscribe for more video notifications. And if you are going to be at the Superheroes Half Marathon weekend, I hope you have a total blast. I would love to see you. If you happen to run into us, please say hello so we can get a picture with you. And as always, take care and have a joyful day.